Hello everybody, and welcome back to Analog Vernacular. Today we're going to be playing some more Metaphor ReFantazio, and right now we are just finishing up exploring this area. We need to find one more thing for Neuras. We've already done the other side quest, and yeah, it looks like we have that rare enemy who popped back up again, so we should probably try and go after him too. I'm trying to remember, was it light or dark that he was weak to? No, it was was it the Conde one? I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out and deal with it.
What now?
All right. We'll just top ourselves off here.
Right there.
And let's get ourselves some money.
Push through. Come on.
Such skill.
Not half bad. Hang on to that.
I see the enemy. All right. How's that? Time for some close combat.
Found something.
All right. We haven't had to actually, like, fight anything for real in this entire dungeon. We're too strong.
Nice fight.
So this is all just money for us. Wait, that treasure chest.
Wow, good find.
A pan-handled ore, a stone that fits in the palm of your hand. There's a handle-like protuberance sticking out of it.
Oh.
Well, this stone possesses a most peculiar shape, and also emits the faintest glow.
Okay, so
You know, now that I think about it, could this be one of the relics that Neuras was talking about?
come on.
Regardless of what it is, let's go ahead and show it to Neuras. The stone could be a relic, just as Gallica suspects. I'll take it back with me and see what Neuras thinks it is.
I see the enemy.
On your guard.
A little too late on that one.
There they are.
Come on. Very impressive.
I think that's the last of them. I see the enemy. All right. Come on. Time for some close combat.
That was neatly done.
Right there.
Ancient God's Fang.
Pack that away.
Sounds
Now.
good. So right now, against plant type, we're getting increased damage. Normal attacks become ice affinity, so we don't want this here. And we've also got this that increases damage against giant type monsters. Okay, while we're in this area, we probably don't want the ice affinity, so we're just gonna ignore that for the time being.
There they
They
are.
saw us. Stay on your toes.
Charging in. Forward.
Yeah, nice one. We made short work of them.
Right there. All right. How's
That
that?
was well done.
All right. So that's the place explored. And yep. Stick to this right-hand side here.
There they are.
Yikes.
Light
we're in a little over our
elementa. So yeah,
heads.
we need dark, right?
What now?
Okay. Okay, Heisme, I think you've got, yep, you've got Mudo, and now you learned Adamant Nightblade as well. Okay. Okay. Who else is currently in the party? Junah and Baz? Oh, we actually did teach you ninja, so you do have Mudo. Nifty.
All right. Our usual tactics should work.
Whoops. Wrong button.
Ninja! Some darker arts.
Vitus power.
Darkness! You hit their weakness! That's
No, it's not gonna be enough.
I pray you're ready. Come forth now.
Yeah! You hit their weakness!
You scared?
Right in their weak spot. Beat him down, Basilio.
Merchant! Trap.
I think we're just gonna be short, aren't we?
It is your turn.
Berserker!
Damn, he's tough.
There they go!
Our foes have fallen.
That's rude.
We are safe.
Damn, I want to get that
Time
guy. All right, so Yufa is...
What now?
How could I make that happen? I mean, if we had something that defensed him down, maybe. Okay. What if I did Hulkenberg? She could do power thrust for maybe the first turn, and Mudo for the second. No, honestly, she'd probably be better just attacking normal with something, because she'd be better at physical anyway. Okay. Yeah, let's get out of here, and then let's come back in. We'll do a money run with Merchant still, and we'll try and get that rare enemy, who is tough as nails.
Right there. Come on! Let's push through!
That was brilliant.
There they are.
Let's do that. We strike first.
Okay, let's clean them up quick.
Honestly, with the ambush now, we should probably have enough anyway.
Forth, Royal Soul!
You hit their weakness!
I can do
That's
this.
your opening, Captain!
Heed me.
Yeah! You
Oh
hit
yeah,
their
we got
weakness.
this.
Dark bird.
Right in their weak spot.
Let justice
Beat him
prevail.
down, Basilio.
I'll still standing, I see.
Merchant! Darkness!
Summoner, come forth now.
All right.
What a finale! Keep your energy up, everyone!
Not bad, if I say so myself. Don't let your guard down. There's more of them.
Okay. So that was good.
What now?
All right, you are getting close to mastering that.
Cleric!
I'm gonna have you go into cleric so that you're getting experience in that.
I see the enemy. Forward! Time for some close combat.
Looks like those guys are still giving Magla pills, which you know I love.
There they are. Charging in.
Very impressive.
Forward!
I knew we could count on you.
I see the enemy. Charging in. Come on!
Does it seem that I've grown stronger?
Right there.
Yeah, nice work.
I see the enemy. Let's push through. All right. How's that? Let's push through. Right there. Time for some close combat.
I'm stronger still.
There they are.
Very impressive.
Right there.
Oh, I think they see us.
You hanging in there, mate?
I'm doing all right, Baz. Thanks, though.
There they are. Charging in.
If you're going to take risks, I'd suggest healing first.
I see the enemy.
Come on!
You'll need your beauty sleep.
Right there. All right. How's that? All right. How's that? Forward. Time for some close combat.
I can feel the power.
Okay, rank up in Paladin and Berserker there.
I see the enemy.
Let's push through!
They're gone. The danger is behind us.
There they are. Charging in. Forward. Time for some close combat.
That was brilliant.
Right there.
Come on!
Charging in. Time for some close combat. Forward.
Let's take it with us.
Nice. He popped out just in time for us, didn't he?
I
We
can
love to see
feel
it.
greater
All right,
What now?
so here's probably what I want to do. For one,
What now?
we've been getting you a lot of items for leveling things up. What do we need to level up the most? I do want to get to the next thing in so many of these, honestly. Okay, we don't have access to the next mage, do we? So maybe Magic Seeker so that we can get to the next level of that. Let me just double check. That the mage is Gallica, so I think we have two options that are going to be unlocked eventually, but that'll be story based, so we'll just have to wait for those.
Good. I'm still getting stronger.
Let's use some of the bigger ones. Sometimes it's nice to have the small ones to kind of like fall back on when you just need a little extra push.
I found new power.
Okay, we got to Cyclone.
Good.
Okay,
I'm still getting stronger.
and Vitalia is very good as well. All right, so now we're gonna have access to the Soul Hacker. Have we even looked at what these have? Okay, so Void Wave. Decreases attack. Heavy wind damage to 1. Recovers MP. Deals heavy magic wind damage to all. Big heal. Critical rate for all allies. Fire damage to all enemies and recovers MP for each hit. Okay, so finally this class might actually be the best one in this lineup. Heat Riser's also really good. Wind damage to all enemies and it's extreme. And ignores resistances, that's right. Cool.
I see.
Alright, this one sounds like it might actually be pretty good.
Fascinating.
Soul Hacker, this is the archetype that I've come to govern after having
This
met you.
right here.
Its heroic embodiment is that of the elite traveler. Travels, having led to wisdom, they use their knowledge of the unknown to reach the very depths of the
All right.
soul. 16,500 mag is required to channel the Soul Hacker. It's a lot.
I'm counting on you.
That is the power I seek.
Of course.
Then so be it. By shared resolve and honored creed, take new form as an elite seeker. O worthy heart who tempers anxiety into strength exalted, if thou art ready to see the world with new eyes, I shall bestow upon thee our soul, the soul of the seeker.
Really?
So this is the power of the soul hacker, reaching into the very depth of my own soul. I shall use it well. To continue my search for the path I must walk.
New skills, new possibilities.
All right. We're not going to switch into it right now. All right, I might do a couple more runs off screen just to get more experience and more money. What do we think about that? I think I'm walking in a circle. Yes, I am. All right. So we can get some more archetype experience with this as well. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna go ahead and pause here and I'll come back and I will have done a little bit of grinding off screen. So when I return, I'll let you know kind of what happened. All right, I am back. Okay, so we got Stroll to finish up his, what is it called? The Sword Master. And then I switched him back over to Commander so that he can work on that. He's got to get all the way to General in order, hold on. Yeah, he needs General for his master class, his elite class, right? Is that what it is? Yeah, Swordmaster and General rank 10. So there's that. We also made a lot of headway on a lot of these other ones. You can see that Basilio is about to max out his Berserker, and Yufa is also on rank 19 out of 20 for Summoner. So both of them are getting close to that. We'll want to get access to their next levels as well pretty soon here. But pretty good stuff. And our money is now almost at 400,000. So there we go. All right, and we got several extra items for leveling up the merchant.
What now?
Okay, so maybe what we'll do is we'll put you in Soul Hacker for now. And now we're done here.
Hey,
It's gonna be night soon. Should we call it a day and head back? Yep, let's do it.
got it.
Okay, let's go get something tasty with the rest of the group. Back to the Altabury Tavern. The bitter cold of that forest was something else, wasn't it? Just thinking about it is enough to get me shivering again. Well, I do hope that the people who live nearby may now experience some peace. They've suffered more than most, so I take satisfaction in aiding them. Well, the bounty has a big payout too, so we're helping ourselves and the people at the same time. Birds meet stone. Well, that's the best kind of help, isn't it? You'd better report it in and let them know that the deed is done, Vernac.
That's got me thinking.
Yeah, Parapus or not, this chill is the worst. That hot spring can't open up fast enough.
Of course.
Well, if that's the case, why not hit the road? You can use the bath cask on the runner. We've 4 days left until the deadline, so should be plenty of time for a dip. I thought myself utterly exhausted, but this meal is delectable. I shall sleep well after such a feast. I'd say we earned our rest today. Good job. Probably the most normal meal Hulkenberg has ever had. At least on our journey. I relaxed with my friends, all of us sharing a brief moment of peace.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
All right, so we have the tower, and we also have a night quest that we need to do to finish out whatever we need to do with for Alonso. Okay, Barton sent us more stuff. Thank you, buddy. We'll take it.
Let's go. Mister.
Okay.
All right.
So let's see. First things first.
Let's go.
Nope, I don't think that was the right one, was it?
All right then.
There we go. Yeah, let's go get that bracken. Then we need to turn in that quest. Then we need to visit the Gauntlet Runner. And then we'll decide if we're going to go on a mission today or hang out with somebody.
Pretty.
Exactly.
All right then.
Let's go.
Went right past it.
Anyone catch your eye?
Oh, could that be the Frostpoint Horn? You really defeated it. Well, I suppose it's no surprise given your level of skill.
Excuse me.
There was a deserter aiding the bounty, convinced it was a harbinger sent to bring down this corrupt country. That might have been why it was so difficult to find. He was probably covering its
Saved me a
tracks.
lot of work.
Oh, that does make sense of why we lost track of it. Appreciate the report. Here's your reward.
We did it.
After slaying the target Ice Bees commends on, I reported back to the recruitment center and collected the reward. Alright, we're rich.
All right.
Don't really need the courage, but that's okay. Why can't killing a beast give me more eloquence? That's the real question. Now, keep this between us, but I've been seeing more and more deserters across the country lately. You've seen how strange the world has become these days. With His Eminence Ford and dead, everyone has gotten a bit restless.
Yeah.
The whole thing's a headache, huh? The whole country's in disorder, but I'm sure things will change if we take down Louise. But in the end, that soldier did eventually decide to support us. I'm sure it'll be easier to resolve this problem once you're king. You're the reliable type, aren't you? Then we're happy to keep doing just that. All right, there we go.
All right then. Go.
Lucky Poo! We had a Lucky Poo!
Well then.
Yay! Hey, I'm never gonna be upset about free stats. All right.
What now?
Okay, so that's the one we have to do at night, so we won't be able to do that on a night we go into a dungeon. And then we've got this. It'll only take us a day. We have 3 days left.
We've got to do it.
Who do we have today? Maybe that'll help us make the decision. So rank 3 Yufa would be good. Because that gets her a little bit of extra backline experience when we're not using her. So maybe we will do that. Don't worry, Marie, I'm coming for you, just not quite yet. What do we have to do for you? So this is how it ends. Won't talk to me right now. This might be time locked as well. But let's see if there's a stat. Did you come here worried for me? My wounds are slowly but surely improving. I can even make my rounds again. Well, 1 round, that is. In a little while, I'd like to have a long talk with you, before I leave town, that is. Okay, he hasn't fully recovered. Give him some time. Okay, so maybe after whatever this deadline is, maybe he'll unlock his last stuff. Okay. Good to know.
Gotta do it.
Today we are gonna hang out with Yufa, though.
I'll see you again soon.
I'd like to go again with him if I could. Yufa comes to mind. Maybe I should go talk with her. Hi, girl. How you doing? The day of our big battle is coming soon, and I don't want to have any regrets about it. I wonder if you'd be willing to go to Brylehaven with me, if you've the time to spare. Remember how the other day we met that one Sanctor, Hyperic? I think his name was. I'd like to talk to him some more. Yep, let's
I'm
do it.
quite grateful.
I really appreciate it. We came to the front of a tavern, having heard that Hyperic was lingering there.
Well, now,
Sanctor Hyperic, what are you doing at a tavern? Well, I've come to pick up Ovi. She helps out here from time to time.
You know,
They told me lots of nice things today, for the first time ever. They said I dance really good in front of the customers. You know how to dance, Ovi? I do too. My mother taught me a ceremonial dance. Oh, can you teach it to me someday? Of course. Teach me too.
Well then,
yes, of course.
All right, the first thing is to clear your mind and steady your spirit. Mr. Hyperic, I want to practice a bunch and then show Mama. And you may, so long as your prayers are never neglected.
And so now,
Now then, this visit indicates you'd like to learn more of Sanctism, yes? How much do you know about our noble faith, might I ask? Just the basics. A bit here and there. Then let us begin with the core of our beliefs. Yeah, this is a church that hates literally both of these people that are in front of us. There's big bigotry against the two people here. One's a pagan, one's an Elda, and we don't know why everybody hates Eldas. In Sanctism, we receive divine teachings from God. We follow the will of the Almighty God and offer Him our prayers. With a selfless heart, that is.
I see.
A selfless heart. The idea sounds quite different from the dragon god faith. We aspire to take the hands of our gods in our own to confront the difficulties, and yet fight beside them with our own strength. Such are our teachings. I see. While that is an intriguing belief, what of those who haven't the strength to fight? The children, the elderly, or infirm? The anxiety which plagues this world is through no fault of our own, and so we pray to escape these hardships and injustices.
oh,
It's time to go visit Mama, Mr. Hyperic, Yufa. Can we do this talk at the church? Let's go.
Well,
Pardon me, Sanctor Hyperic, but what kind of illness is Ovi's mother afflicted with? Your concern touches my heart. You are a kind person, Miss Yufa. Oh, it's just... I lost both of my parents when I was around Ovi's age. Yufa, are you in vernacular going to... convert? Yeah, no.
indeed.
What? Oh, I think you mean convert. Well, if you ever wish to do so, we would gladly accept you into our faith. Unless you find our prayers meaningless. No, that's not what I... We'll decide for ourselves. Nothing is for certain anyway. I see. That is unfortunate to hear. I hope this won't be the end of our discussions. We all live with anxiety in our hearts, and it is through Sanctism that we can find salvation. I simply want you to keep that in mind. And if you don't, then your if you don't turn to our God, then you're doomed to hell, and fuck your anxieties. Your anxieties are your own, and you deserve it. In fact, we're going to make sure that everybody has more anxiety because they think that if they do even the smallest thing against the church, that they you know what? Never mind. I'm bleeding my own life experience into this right now. It's also a little bit true here in this world as well, though. Maybe not even just a little bit, but still, I'm going to keep it to myself.
Oh.
What was that? Nothing more than a breeze. Now then, I hate to cut this short, but I am needed elsewhere. Was that the mom in pain or something? Oh, all right. Thank you very much for your time.
see you later.
Yufa, teach me how to dance next time, okay?
No.
That was unexpected. Converting was never so much as a thought I'd had. Your beliefs are your own, girl.
sure.
Everyone should believe in what they wish to believe.
Indeed.
You're right about that. In fact, since I am no longer a sacrificial priestess, the choice is mine for the first time. Yeah, this is kind of interesting because it's her breaking away from her own beliefs a little bit here. Kind of questioning like whether or not all the things she grew up believing were true, because obviously all of the stuff about her having to sacrifice herself wasn't necessarily what they thought it was. And so a lot of people who go through like a faith crisis might be looking at other faiths to like fill that hole. I didn't go through that. I didn't want faith at all. Like my breaking away from my religion was a breaking away from all religion. And you know, people go about it different ways. Some people want that support system, and some people think that all of those support systems are harmful, and I happen to be one of the latter. So, I don't think Hyperic was wrong when he said we all have spiritual anxiety. We yearn for something we can depend on, and for some, that's sanctism. But it also is a major cause of your anxieties. A lot of people in religions don't realize that a lot of their fears and anxieties come from their religion itself, and aren't really based in anything tangible other than their faith in that religion. And I only really care about things that are tangible, personally. I feel like I better understand sanctism now that I've experienced it myself, and I couldn't have done that without you. You gave me the courage to expose myself to new, unfamiliar things. So now I want to see and learn more about the world, but I also want to be by your side, Vernacular. I can sense Yufa's desire to grow as a person, as well as her deep trust in me.
I see it as my turn.
Okay,
to
more
test my
inheritance slots and more background experience. I'm not sure that's the wind. And there's that smell again. Sorry, my head is suddenly hurting. Let's come back here to investigate later. So I wonder if it's like, this Magla disease that's going around, because she can sense the Magla, and the Magla is also affecting her in some way. I don't know. There's something about this place which makes me feel so ill at ease. Yeah, something dark's going on in there. As we headed back to the group, I worried that Yufa seemed a little unwell. I don't like it. I don't like it. Well, is there still no sign of my lovely little relics? Neuras comes to mind. Maybe I should go talk with him. What other... You know, we could go and turn that thing in today. Let's see what our next thing with Neuras is. We've also got Katarina, it looks like. Okay, more inheritance slots. That's it. Okay. Is that going to be the same for you? Inheritance slots, and reduces prices at each city's general store. Okay. Or we can do that quest. Okay.
Let's go. What now?
Talk to Deterrum at Anglers Inn Square in Brylehaven.
All right then. Where to?
Let's go.
Oh, he's on that bench that our boy was usually at.
He doesn't look like a prince.
Young man.
Oh dear, oh dear.
Ah, you've come. We're all set for that last request of Alonso's, getting his village to accept his donation. The road to the village has been cleared. We'll be there and back in no time by carriage. Shall we go now? Splendid. I think this will be enlightening for you, so thank you for your time. We hurried to Alonso's village by carriage and gave the money to the villagers.
You will?
All of this money is for the village. This is more than enough to rebuild the village, but you're certain you want to give it away? Yes, I'd like to help.
Thank you.
You are truly as generous as the rumors say. We're grateful for your support. This village was in shambles after what Alonso did, but thanks to you, we'll manage to build from the ground up again. There are awful people in this world, but good people like you exist too. I think you ought to be king. Everyone in this village supports you wholeheartedly. The road ahead of you may be trying, but you will surely emerge victorious. Because of that Alonso, we lost someone dear to us, but you've brought him to justice. You are this village's hope. We'll make sure your money is put to good use.
Why?
Mr. Vernac, why did Alonso do all those bad things? His mom was a very nice lady. I safely delivered Alonso's inheritance back to his village. Is this really for the best? I returned to the tavern in Brylehaven where Alonso and I had spoken. I left the village without clearing Alonso's name, but was that really the right decision? Alonso's letter is gone. Alonso's still alive.
Are you, perchance, looking for this?
I knew it. I knew it.
Did my last words have you in tears?
What a dick. Fuck you, bro.
What's with you? You look like you've seen a ghost.
All right, how'd you pull it off?
How are you even alive?
What? Did you want me dead? Sorry to disappoint, but as you can see, I'm no spectre. Even if the world would have preferred otherwise, I plan to keep living. As long as you and my mother wish for it. Consider the letter a bit of a stage prop.
But what you wrote was sincere, wasn't it?
But everything you wrote was sincere.
Quite so. Alas, did my deceit diminish my sincerity? I'm sure you've told your fair share of lies as well. The same is true of all your future subjects. No man or woman is completely honest. Fiction has its role to play in supporting people. Like with you in that book you hold so dear, yes? But there comes a time in all lives where reality starts to give chase. It closes in on us eventually. So when that time comes, well, if that time comes, we'll run from it for as long as we can.
So is he not going to explain how he
of course
tricked
not.
us?
It all
How he
comes
faked his
back
death?
to weakness. But it's weakness that makes people interesting. I find it endearing. Should you ever have a need of deception, you can rely on me. I'll be at your service, no matter where or when.
Well, you haven't changed a bit, have you?
You haven't changed in the slightest.
Why, I'd say the same about you. You're as gullible as ever. Now, go on and show me that new world of yours. Well, I do hope we can keep seeing each other like this. Come what may.
And off he goes to be cuckoo-less again.
So long, young majesty.
Alonso smiled and sauntered off, contented. Thanks to Alonso's behind-the-scenes maneuvers, the people of the city now fully support me. All right. Imagine that, the con man conning. All right. So that quest is done. It's night. Oh. That didn't take time. Sick. All right. All right, Neuras. Engineer turned driver. Yep, let's go. Well, is there still no sign of my lovely little relics? Neuras comes to mind. Maybe I should go talk with them. Cool, I love that that didn't take time.
Quite.
Well, this tension in the air is to be expected, eh? What with the fight against Louise looming before us, but don't get too worked up, my boy. More importantly, it's time for a surprise inspection by yours truly. Have you two found anything of interest in your travels? What, you mean this? Strange little curio, this. Its mechanism looks quite crude. No, wait a second.
I see.
This one looks to have a little what's-it just here. Uh-huh. Don't tell me it can't be this simple.
Genius.
Spot on. Ah, my dear little bundle of joy, how I've been waiting to meet you.
Whoa!
It really was a relic, huh? Haha, and naturally this is where it connects to the other. Yes, I suppose that confirms the hypothesis. So all of them are parts of a whole?
Oh, Eureka!
Inspiration strikes! An absolute corker of an inspiration. Vernacular, it's all thanks to you.
Thank you.
Bitter memories. I gave Neuras another relic and was thanked for my assistance so far. It seems like he's beginning to uncover the mystery of their origins. An 8 Heroes Leaf of Light. Very nice. Oh yeah? We have picked up quite a few now. You think we're close to finishing it?
No.
Oh, not quite yet. There's 2 left. The old goat's notes mark the full set at 8 pieces. And out of those 2, one is...
Hey.
Say, would you mind joining me on a short jaunt somewhere? Won't take but a moment. Sure, but where? Home? Alright, we teleported back to Grand Trad, whereupon Neuras took us to a corner of the city, to the garage of his mansion. Hey, this place isn't so much a house as it is a gauntlet runner garage, no? Did you actually sleep here?
Quite.
Oh, indeed, I slept 8 and woke up next to the old girl. Isn't that the stuff of dreams? So it was here all along, eh? I knew it. Yes, that's the ticket. Fits right into the rest. Well, how now? I found a relic in my own home.
The truth is...
You know, there was an odd little dimple in the last relic. I told you before, didn't I, that back when I was a lad I found a similar bit of rubbish on my fossil hunts. I realized this relic here, the one from my boyhood, was an exact match for the curious little shape made by the rest. Hence our discreet little scavenger hunt.
That's the ticket!
So I tried seeing if the pieces connect, and whiz bang pow, perfect fit. It's a heavy burden to bear, being this generation's greatest mind. What a legend.
Incredible.
Oh, don't stop there, lad. Tell me more of my legends. Been quite a while since I was last here. The nostalgia rather gets to a chap. This used to be my whole life. This is where I dreamed of the skies. It's where my dream was born. Where I strove for those heights and where it all came crumbling down.
Rather.
When Hulkenberg dragged me out of my workshop, well, never thought I'd actually find my wings. Coming on this journey with all of you has changed me for the better. And I'll stick with you till the end, you hear? Hey, you're one of us now.
Right.
You're too kind, old chap. Rest assured I know the great things you're all bound for, and I'll get you there. I can feel Neuras' extraordinary trust in me as an ally. Alright, so the last 2 might just be regular ones.
My heart's pounding.
Might not need to find any more relics. Okay, Gunner Lineage now can do 3 slots. But if there's only one more... Oh, there's one more. Gotcha. If there's only one more component, where's the safety mechanism? No, too early to say without actually seeing it first. In any case, just one more to go. We've come this far, so we've got to finish it now. I know you can do it.
This one's important. I
need to find Neuras' coveted relics. I don't know where they are, but I should look for clues in the notebook.
What?
What was that noise? Well, there's not many folks who live on the street in this part of town. Just the wind, my girl, just the wind.
Right then.
Well, I'm gonna clean up a bit first, grab some things and go. You two head back to the runner first, eh? I'll be along shortly. No. It's something else. He knows what it is, he just doesn't want us to know what it is.
Come on!
I'm intrigued. Whatever you say, just make sure to come back before it gets late. He knew exactly what that noise was. I parted ways with Neuras and returned to the group ahead of him. Okay, mystery for another day.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Alright, it's Tower Day.
Alright then.
Wish I could today, buddy, but we're gonna do Tower today, and then we'll figure out what we're gonna do tomorrow.
Alright then. Let's go.
Hey, you. Isn't this the prince? How about it? Pretty.
Exactly.
Alright then.
Let's go.
Well then.
Now then, what should we do?
Now then.
Okay, how's the weather?
Should be enchanting.
Okay, snowy. So if that's the case...
Until next.
All right then. Where
We need to go to Etria.
Let's go.
And talk to Yufa's brother.
Hotter than hellfire itself.
Hey,
You again, is there something I can do for you?
leave it to me. The weather.
Let's see.
Will that be all? Now then.
Okay, we'll give him the almighty golden stew.
Thanks.
And there we go. Now we don't have to worry about the snow. And yes, the weather would have been clear tomorrow, but I want to do this today. I don't like leaving them to the last day.
Hellfire itself.
All right then.
Let's go.
Ah! Capital! Everyone's here!
Now then.
We have a pending request there.
I know we can fly, but it's so far. We had a monster hunt request there, didn't we? Is everyone ready?
Now there's a spot where.
Of course I am. Whatever's in store, it's no match for us.
It's your call.
We should get there by midday.
Let's be off.
Let's go. God, this game is good. I like this game so much.
What to pick?
All right.
So,
Now, I don't think we have any supporters today, right? Oh, yeah, Junah was on a trip. Okay, perfect. Well, I guess that's what we're doing.
let's check.
Okay, we'll make one of those.
Hey.
Cures all status elements on everybody.
Speaking of.
There is a custom where I'm from that on happy occasions we take grain, dye it red, then steam it. When the dust finally clears after all this, it's something I should like to do for you too. We've seen that dialogue, right? Okay. Have we done yours too? We've seen so many towns on this trip. One day I hope to rebuild my home so that it can stand proudly alongside them. Louise must fall before I can dream of rebuilding. For that dream, for this country, and for my home, I will fight to the last. Okay, you're gonna be in here, aren't you? Yep, there she is.
Hey,
We're finally facing off against Louise. I've been waiting for this moment so long, I think I've got butterflies. Hey, there's something I want to talk to you about. More like, there's something I want you to see. What should I do? I half want to give up, not that I ever would. Yeah, what's the matter?
You know,
This has to do with my tribe. But I guess more with my dignity. It's easier if I just show you. Are you free at the moment? Yes?
huh?
Okay, she's gonna show. So it does have to do with her tribe. So do they have like two forms and they've kept it hidden from everybody? How? You are? Okay, well, can you leave the room for a second? You can come right back in a second. Right, I should mention, I'm going to ask the others to step out for a bit. I only want you to see, so make sure you come in alone, okay? Oh my gosh, I'm so interested in what this is.
Hey,
Vernak, you there? You're alone, right? Mind your step. Chibi!
wait!
Close your eyes for a second. You can open your eyes now. Well, you saw that, didn't you? I can explain, but not here. Let's speak in private. You already asked everybody to leave, girl. Well, that was mortifying. Thought I'd die of embarrassment. Do you have a sister? Was that you, Junah?
Hold on.
Naturally.
Of course. Who else could it have been? That's what I truly look like. The entire Nidia tribe disguises themselves.
The truth is...
So they're just little tiny chibi people? Oh my gosh. All of them. Oh my gosh, Alonzo. Why didn't we get to see Alonzo in chibi form? Those things people say about us, some of it is true. We really do conceal our true selves behind beautiful masks, so to speak. We look like small children to you, but we look that way our whole lives. The other tribes would never take our true selves seriously. That's Nidia's truth, and it's why we start transforming as soon as we're old enough. Our parents are the only ones who know what we really look like. It's limited, mind you. We can only glamour ourselves to appear as we would as adults, which is also the only way we can lead normal lives.
In other words...
We don't even show members of our own tribes our true selves, so as far as you're concerned, you really must keep this a secret. How did we catch her out? Like, what happened to make her take her true form when we were in town? It's never felt right to me disguising ourselves. Is being myself really so horrible? Is it so wrong? And maybe that's why glamours fade when I get terribly upset by something. There it is. Like when I saw those Erica flowers.
You know...
Before I was taken in by Rella's family, I was a slave. It was hard, though my memories of it are vague. What I do remember was being tied up in the woods for days on end as some kind of punishment. I was starving in the cold and I accepted I would die there. But to keep the faintest hope alive, I sang. I told myself as long as I can sing, I can survive. I found the will to live in song. I remember fields of Erica flowers as far as the eye could see. Beautiful and bitter, the hate of a waking nightmare. That's what the flower girl in Brylehaven was selling. Terrible memories I'd thought long buried. Came bubbling up and I reverted. You remember? I think Myrtis must have seen me slip too, and that's why she knows how to threaten me with them. I think what I need to do is go pick some Erica flowers. Go back to where I was, tied up, and yet even the thought freezes me in my tracks. That's why I wanted you to see my true self. I'd hate for you to find out later and send me running home in embarrassment. I couldn't bear that.
So...
Your turn to talk. What did you think? It was so adorable.
Got it.
Wait!
Stop that. I mean, I know I asked, but don't say that. God, I'm dying here.
Oh, goodness.
God, this is the worst.
But...
But I do feel better now than I thought I would. It's okay for people to discover I have vulnerabilities. Isn't it? I am who I am.
You're...
And I knew you'd accept me for that, so thank you. Cute little chibis. Now I need to see every single true form. Alonzo, where you at, bro? I can sense Junah's determination to conquer her emotional scars and her strong faith in me. Alright, so we know for a fact that Atlus did this to sell a plushie. Are they selling a plushie? No, they're gonna have to wait because it's kind of a spoiler, but give it enough time. There will be a plushie of little chibi Yufa. The ephemeral songstress Junah, keeper and inheritor of the mass dancer's virtues.
No.
Your tempered bond has become a fire-forged trust. Thus a new pinnacle of heroism awakens within thee.
Power.
Bear this new power, foster this connection, and by their strength fulfill thy destiny.
Wait for me,
rank 6.
Myrtis.
Persona Master, yeah. So we have a soul hacker and a persona. All right, and I think she's ready to pick that up right now because she's already maxed out Mass Dancer.
Then...
Let's head to the Erica Flower Forest next time, but if I end up reverting, don't abandon me, okay? Yeah, you just turn into that and I'm just like, nope, I'm out. I would never do that, girl. I'm with you, don't you worry. I saw Junah off, who seemed to be a little embarrassed still, then went back alone.
Hey,
I'm sure...
Did you see outside?
Okay, another thing. What I was about to say is, I'm pretty sure that, like, Junah's gonna be, like, a lot of people's favorite girl, right? She's definitely not mine. Out of the main party, I think it would be Yufa first, then probably Junah, then Hulkenberg.
Long thought to be a fairy tale, the decaying estate
But Fabienne is up there with
stretches across
Yufa.
an island in the sky before them. A floating island would be remarkable enough.
She is my wife,
But
after
the
all.
remnants of man-made architecture found here is the true marvel. And yet, those who could see it in the sky through magical means were forbidden from speaking a word of it by the sanctus powers that be. The Gauntlet Runner descends upon legend, its occupants unable to fathom what sort of civilization could have thrived among the ruins.
Huh, very cool. Very, very cool. Sky civilization. Either that or some kind of event pushed the Earth up into the sky. Is this floating? It's floating, right? If I move, it won't come crashing down?
Is that?
Could it be? Unbelievable. Truly unbelievable. I nearly passed onto the heavens just by looking at this. An island floating in the sky? I thought stuff like this only existed in storybooks. I've also heard those legends about the ancient people who lived among the clouds. I can't believe I'm actually seeing it in person.
I say.
Oi, take a look at that. There's some wreckage on that floating island over there, an impossibly tall stone tower with glass windows, but it's definitely man-made.
What do you mean?
They're all worse for wear, but it resembles the basement level of the Dragon Temple, doesn't it? I wonder how it got wrecked like that. Or,
Look at that.
Yes, but
if a country that had technology and magic that advanced went to war, I can't even imagine how destructive and horrible that'd be. Yep, that's the point. This is all that remains of someone's dreams. Thinking about it like that, it really gets me down. Ah, dreams, you say? And perhaps it's a lesson for us. No matter the magnitude of your accomplishments, all will be lost eventually. Maybe. Don't sound so down, boy. The transient nature of the world is what allows us to create new things. Thinking about the once prosperous civilizations has helped me broaden my wisdom.
All right.
Now then.
Well, if we're all done pontificating, I think everyone living in the now would like us to get back on track.
Here.
I'll entrust this to you. I've made sure to capture all of the little details so you can properly describe the scene to people who haven't seen it.
Infringing upon the heavens, the Tower of Insolence appears before their eyes. Is the decision to pursue such a beast one of bravery or something else altogether? The Gauntlet Runner, disturbing countless years of unbroken silence, lands confidently in front of the tower.
here.
You know it's a proper tower when it's massive even from the sky. Wonder how many floors it has. Sorry, had to cough. We're here to find and defeat a monster here, yes? Right, defeat the Zeocropos and bring back the Bramblethorn baton. Well, all this to prove we're strong enough to take on Luis? Bit much, yeah? But without everyone else to turn to, he was contemplating taking on Luis by himself. We couldn't let that stand. Right, taking down Luis is our charge, so let's prove we're up to it.
True.
Well, putting your mettle to the test every once in a while is good for you. Monsters like these should pose no threat by comparison. By comparison to Luis, anyway. And if there's treasure to be gained in the process, we truly kill two birds with one stone.
Got a sec?
This is a real monster den, alright. I can already sense them. Take it slow, Vernac. Alright. So let's see, I think we've gotten everybody at least a little bit of backline experience, but we still have, I think, Yufa, who's kind of far behind on levels. Yeah, so Yufa's got to stick with us. So does Baz, yeah. If at all possible, we need to keep them with us for a hot second. And then, yeah, Junah is kind of the next lowest level, so I guess we'll try and go with this. All right. While I'm thinking about it, I also need to do this. Oh, Faker has to be level 10. Okay. What's in this class, though? So you've got Thunderhead Dance, one-time weakness to electric. Huh, interesting. One-time weakness to wind, one-time weakness to light. Heavy magic fire damage to all enemies and removes target's buff effects. Huh, pretty nifty. Okay.
I see. Fascinating. This right here. All right.
I'm counting on you.
Of course.
Let's go.
Well, if it isn't the Faker, weakening enemies, that's my favorite trick. I'll have you in the palm of my hand.
I'll always aim higher. I knew I could do it. I'll always aim higher. I knew I could do it.
All right, there we go.
I see. Fascinating. This right here.
Its heroic embodiment is that of the elite talent, a dancer with strength beyond its masks, and its ability to give opponents new weak points in its ever-shifting rhythm. 28,500 mag. Oh my god.
I'm counting on you.
Of course.
I hear the voices of past hero souls. O worthy heart who tempers anxiety into strength exalted, if thou art prepared to face thine own inner weakness and unleash thy latent potential, I shall bestow upon thee our soul, the soul of the mass dancer. Dude, the hair looking into the cosmos is kind of cool. Oh, the pants and just a bunch of stuff on her does that. The Persona Master, I'll show you just how many sides to me there are with these masks. Let's keep dancing.
I'll always aim higher.
Okay, so we'll work on that. And let's see what mask she's got. Okay, ninja, trickster, samurai, soul hacker. I'll try samurai on for a second, why not? Okay, and with that, we're going to end this episode. So, thank you all for being here. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next episode. Have a good one, everybody. Bye.
I'd like to give a very special shout out to my patron supporters: Darren York, ZTD, Chris Murphy, JW, Quinless, Vlado101, Bruce Wizzle, Black Mamba 90, Eureka Gecko, Hato Kuto, Shadow Raven, Anna Kate the Great, Emily Kuzanoa, Philip Dalton, Timothy Jansen, Skip, Naya, Turkeyfoot 27, Bean Curry, DWJ Media, Craig E. Christian, Black Ren, Barrettscape, Sanctum, Joshua Jarvis, and Nadia N. If you would also like to join this tier or any others, check out my memberships or my Patreon in the description down below.